Welcome to this video essay on If Only I Could Hibernate, where we'll dive into the themes of empathy and sympathy in the film, exploring how these emotional responses shape the story and the characters, especially our protagonist, Ulzi. Ulzi is a 17-year-old boy living in Mongolia, where he is a bright student with dreams of excelling in physics. The reality of his home life forces him to take on adult responsibilities far too soon. His mother struggles with alcoholism, his family is constantly facing financial hardships, and the harsh winter adds even more to the strain. But rather than focusing on what happened to Ozzy, let's look at how the film uses empathy and sympathy for him. Sympathy is something we almost feel immediately for Ozzy. We see a boy burdened by circumstances he did not choose: poverty, a broken home, and lack of resources. It's easy to feel bad for him because we recognize that his situation is unjust. Ozzy is intelligent, hardworking, and ambitious, but these qualities seem irrelevant in the face of relentless hardships. The audience can't help but sympathize with his plight, knowing he is doing his best, but he still is struggling to move forward. Now, let's see the role of empathy in understanding Ozzy's inner conflict, where the film excels in cultivating empathy, not just a feeling of sorry for Ozzy, but truly understanding what it's like to be him. The film gives us a window onto his internal world, his frustration, his quiet moments of despair, and his determination. We get to his experience of his emotional journey, which makes the empathy the central emotional response from the audience. The most poignant moments are when we see Ozzy grappling with the most impossible choices. Should he drop out of school to work, sacrifice his future, or continue pursuing his education, risking his family's immediate survival? These moments of inner conflict draw us in, making us feel Ozzy's emotional pain. The way the film captures his silent moments of struggle, staring out into the freezing cold, trying to study by dim light, invites us to imagine what it feels like to be in his shoes. That is how empathy works. Now, how does other characters demonstrate empathy and sympathy? In terms of the characters around him, we see different responses that reflect empathy and sympathy in various ways. Ozzy's mother, despite her struggles with alcoholism, shows sympathy for him. She knows he's sacrificing his youth to keep the family afloat, and there's a clear sense that she feels bad for what he's going through. However, her sympathy is more passive. She does feel guilty, but is unable to help her. On the other hand, Wolsey's teacher shows more empathy than just mere sympathy. The teacher doesn't just feel sorry for Wolsey, but he actively understands the internal conflict Wolsey faces between his family's needs and his academic dreams. This is called cognitive empathy, and it allows the teacher to provide a more meaningful support, the encouragement that Wolsey needs to continue his studies, recognize his talent, and tries to offer him a path forward that acknowledges both his potential and his difficult circumstances. This deeper emotional understanding from the teacher is what truly helps Olsey keep his dream alive, even when everything else in his life is pulling him in the opposite direction. Empathy, rather than sympathy, is what propels Ozzy forward in this film. His teacher's understanding gives support and the strength for him to keep going. If Ozzy has if Ozzy had only been met with sympathy, people feeling bad for him but not really understanding his struggles, it's likely that he wouldn't have made it as far as he did. The teacher's empathy translates into concrete action, like encouraging Ozzy to stay in school and showing faith in his abilities, which has lasting impact on Ozzy's resilience. The film demonstrates how empathy can be a transformative force. Without this understanding, Ozzy might have lost hope entirely. Empathy isn't just about feeling someone's pain, but it's also about understanding their emotional experience and being able to do something about it to help them in a certain way. This distinction is crucial in If Only I Could Hibernate because it shows that help rooted in empathy is what allows Ozzy to strive for a better life. I can't imagine being in Ozzy's position. I would likely feel a mix of frustration, isolation, and desperation. The tension between my desire to pursue a better future and the immediate needs of my family would be incredibly difficult to navigate. The emotional toll of feeling responsible for my family's well being while also wanting to follow my own dreams would be heavy. Overcoming these challenges would require immense resilience, just as Ozzy shows in this film. If Only I Could Hibernate is more than a story about poverty and survival. It's a profound exploration of empathy and its role in human connection. Ozzy's journey shows how empathy, not just sympathy, can make a difference in someone's life. His teacher's ability to understand his internal struggle, offer meaningful support, is what keeps him going. The film reminds us that while sympathy is important, it's empathy, our ability to truly understand and respond to another's emotional experience, can truly transform lives. Thank you for watching the video essay on If Only I Could Hibernate.